Hello, YouTubers. How are you? This is CD Mangaka, and I'm bringing you Capture the Flag and Scrapyard gameplay. I do more beasting. Scrapyard is one of the maps in this game where I just seem to beast whenever I'm midfield. We were up against a party of like Moss, maybe was there how you pronounce the name? It was MAU5. You know. But the guys are absolute crap, as for whatever reason a lot of parties are. We actually had a pretty good challenge today on actually Scrapyard. It was a very close CTF game, but second half we just began to ran the show on these guys, and they had hosts and their whole team just left, and they were just like, if you want a tip on how to get better at the game, take the loss. Don't just back out. I mean, just fight through it and try to figure out, okay, what are they doing? That way you can just observe a team winning and just realize what it is doing. Because if you just leave. And I mean, if you're mad enough that where you're about to leaving, you're just saying, oh, these, they're idiots, and then you come up with your own excuses. But I mean, if you just stay there and see what they do and try to learn something, you'll generally just get a little better. You'll get better at the game. We actually had a funny incident. We played some Sabo games. We had stuck for a while. This guy, after the game was finished, according to my teammates, I had him muted. Like, wow, you guys are such noobs running stopping power. Why are you running stopping power? God, are people really that desperate to get ready for Black Ops that they're going to drop stopping power? I mean, just like, dude, this is Modern Warfare 2. No matter what you do, no matter what perk class you set up to use, this is still Modern Warfare 2. Suck it up for another 6 days, and then you can go play Black Ops. Alright, and if you can forget stopping power, this is still the crappiest game. This is still, this game is still, Modern Warfare 2. It's still the BS loaded game, alright? No matter what you do to fantasize or, get ready for Black Ops, get better at it, it's not going to work. There are some behaviors that you can develop, but as far as, using classes, guns, and perks, forget that stuff. Behavior, now, when I say behaviors, I mean just like, namely, I mean kill streaks. You get a Predator missile Modern Warfare 2, you go find somewhere, instantly call it in, and then build it up. Instead of doing that, the behavior that you should begin to develop is to hold on that kill streak. Don't call it in, and then try to get all of your kill streaks with your gun, and then call them in reverse order. Like you're running 5-7-9, instead of using the Predator to get a Harrier and then your Pavlo, instead, try to get your Pavlo with your gun and then call in your Harriers and, Predator missile after that. It's just a good habit to kind of start to get into. Or better yet, even save the Predator missile for, like a intense moment and use it then. It's just, wow, but the guy was crap. I mean, their whole team was, but the team we were up against was crap. I mean, they got the bomb out of their spawn a couple times, but we took it and just kept it there like the entire game and then got it in there. Whining about stopping power. I mean, he's like, what? We weren't noob tubing. I mean, come on. Using stopping power takes more skill than noob tubing because you had to actually aim the gun. I'm in a bit of a ranting phase right now. I'm a little stressed out and peeved. I got my win-loss. Not my win-loss. Win streak's up at 245, 246, I think, right now. My goal is to get it to at least 300, if I can, over 320, because a guy in my comment section in my I like to thank my team video said that the highest win streak that he's seen is 320. And so, I mean, I would like to be, at least have the highest known win streak that I am aware of, and 320 is the highest, so I better go for that, 321 before Black Ops. And we got in about 10 games a day playing some Sabo, and I think, let's see, it's Wednesday now, Thursday 10 games, Friday 10 games. So that would bring us up to about 65. Then we only need 35 games on Saturday, and that might or might not happen. I'd probably get kicked off, I'd imagine. If my parents go somewhere, I could probably squeeze in 35 games if we did a lot of Sabo and whatnot. Play for a couple hours, get off for a while, and then Sunday I wouldn't be able to play. I think maybe if I can just be quiet about it, maybe I could. Just maybe. I'm debating here, but I'm trying to get this, I really want to get this stuff done before Black Ops comes out, because when Black Ops comes out, I want to dedicate my time to that game. I want to dedicate myself to, getting better at the game, learning the stuff. Again, I'm going to do the combat training thing for a good week just to learn the maps, find some guns to, that work for me, and, figure out the best way to start up a character. Because I think the first perks I'll unlock, Sleight of Hand, Scavenger, and Ninja. Those will definitely be the first perks I do get. And then, because I'm a midfielder, and, for CTF, I will do some midfielding, and I'll unlock the low kill streaks first. I mean, I'll probably unlock, like, UAV, Valkyrie rockets, I think it's Valkyrie rockets. It's like whatever kill streak it is, that's a sideways Predator missile. I'll just look at the kill streaks and figure out which ones I want to unlock, kind of like, I'll discuss it with my team, who's going to unlock what, for our starting roles, and kind of stick to those roles and kind of develop and get points as we go along in the game. But, nothing too high. The last kill streaks I will unlock will be 9 and 11s because, you know, by that time, I think by the time I will be able to unlock those things and buy them, I should be good enough at the game where I can actually, you know, get them. So, and as far, you know, I'll only use it on some maps, and I mean, I'll probably run kill streaks that'll be beneficial, you know, I mean, I'll run like a, you know, like, kill streaks are pretty powerful, not like little step-ups, you know, like I want to run Valkyrie, I run like attack helicopter, gunship, like attack helicopter, chopper gunner, gunship, maybe something like that, or dogs, you know. I imagine the defenders, though, could run high kill streaks because, you know, they don't get a lot of action, but then again, they don't get a lot of kills, and because kill streaks don't build up on each other. And I've seen, you know, defenders get only 5 kills in a game, so that's just questionable. Trying to come up with a new topic. Oh, the nukes. I haven't gotten a nuke today. I've gotten close. I've gotten into my chopper gunner a couple times. I've been, you know, got my chopper, been killed by, you know, nuke tubes. I've been, you know, killed by final. I'm gonna stand, and I'm just, you know, really kind of stressing out about it. And I'm trying to get it so I don't have to rely on the Predator missile to get me my Harriers. I'm trying to get the 7 kill streak with my own gun so that I can get, you know, so I can run like Harrier, Pavlo, chopper gunner. A little late in the game to try and do that. But if I can kind of develop that habit and like the gameplay style that is needed for that, I think that will help me out in Black Ops, because Predator missile is a key. I mean, you get a Predator missile, you're like guaranteed a chopper gunner practically, you know. But you know, Harriers are a little harder to get, you know, because it's two whole kills is pretty difficult to do when you got this game full of what it's full of, you know. So there's that. You know, there's that to kind of think about. And I've gotten close, you know. I mean, I always get at least 1 Harrier a game with my own gun. You know, every time I was going for nuke, I would always get my Harrier. You know, and then after that, it was like, you know, die or the chopper gunner. I'd get in the chopper gunner, and then I couldn't get enough kills in it because, you know, people were spawning all over the place. That's one thing about CTF. When you force a spawn out, they just spawn everywhere. And then the spawn timer, it's kind of difficult to get a nuke. I mean, I probably use domination to go for a nuke at this rate. Probably go in domination game, get a spawn trap going on, just pick off a couple people. That's probably what I would do. But 5, 7, 9 kill streaks works up great as well, but I mean, to kind of gear up for Black Ops, I'll definitely run 7, 9, 11. And then I gotten close, and it's fried me. I ran nuke like every game I would run nuke, and that just kind of mind boggles me. I mean, the only time I wouldn't run nuke is if we ran into a party and we only ran into one. I mean, randoms, it's like I can get a Harrier easy, and it was just a pretty stressful day. It's like you're so close yet so far. But way I look at it, I mean, it's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, 5 days. I got 5 days until Black Ops comes out. I can definitely get 2 nukes within that time, especially if it's Afghan. Afghan, I always seem to get a nuke because it's just the right map for me. It's like my map. You know, Scrapyard is a map, but I mean, I beast there because of the Predator missile. I mean, it's just so close quarters and whatnot. I had trouble getting a Harrier on that map. Man. I'm pretty fried, but I mean, again, the win streak going, and we're beating parties too, and so I mean, I would have had that. I mean, I would have loved if those guys stayed. I would love to chat with them, you know, congratulate them, you know, and say you guys are like the best, one of the better teams that we've played, you know, like legit. I mean, they were challenging because they were challenging. They got on our flag a couple times, but they never could get a run going, and then it's just they had A spawn first, and we had trouble there, but we got 2 or 3 flag grabs on them, and they seemed to be gearing for the next round. But yeah, I got the other way. I pushed through B down. I got on my wall. We basically had them spawn trapped in the C warehouse, and then they pretty much just quit, kind of like smart people would. But again, it's just like there's just, I don't know. I think if you uphold the honor code, uphold a little bit of an honor code among your team and how you kind of act, I think you'll push yourself to the point where you do get better at the game. You know, like we're the guys. Let's not leave. Let's just stick this out. You know, and just kind of learn. And then you kind of like go through that experience, and then you kind of remember stuff. I mean, stuff will stick better. And don't ever whine about stopping power, because you'll be considered noobish if you do that. Whining about stopping power, really, really. I wish I could have, you know, listened to that guy and just like hammered on his ass. I really wish I could have. And I was like, buddy, this ain't Black Ops yet. This is Modern Warfare 2, okay? The game is a piece of crap. Use what you gotta use. Use what you gotta use. So. Yeah, I know. Hold on a minute. My mom came in the room. Like, minute 30. Minute 10, actually. We got dinner cooking. I'm just chilling. I'm down a lot more at the end of this game. You know what I mean? Good. 15, whatever, KD. got dropped to like a little over 4, almost 5 actually. I think actually over 5. I went like 47 to 9. That's over 5. I'll buy that. I'll take that. I'm just thinking off the top of my head and kind of just rambling on about stuff, but I can't. You know, I'm waiting for Black Ops. You know, just like I have to wait, otherwise I'm just gonna go crazy and insane. I mean, really, it'd be interesting to see how it turns out. I mean, you know, combat mission. If I, you know, and I figure if I just say, guys, let's just learn the maps and, you know, kind of discuss some stuff and just kind of overlook it and look in theater mode. If I just, you know, look at theater mode for a while, I'll definitely, you know, learn some spawn points and see what happens, you know, and kind of just get an overview of the map. Because, I mean, that's one thing, I think that's going to speed up the time I learn the game. It's just that being able to go through the maps and learn them, and not only that, but also learn the spawns by reviewing it, see what happens, see what happened when this guy killed me. It'll take a bit of time, but it'll pay off eventually. I mean, over time it'll pay off. So anyways, that's the end of this commentary. Thank you guys for watching and listening to me mumble about stuff. See you, Mangaka.